What up, everybody? This your boy Theo Pence here. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube so you don't miss any Run Your Race content.
My first offer was Northern Illinois.
Really?
I think I was a freshman.
Really?
I was at Northern. I went to camp there. I went to camp, and then I went to camp at Illinois too.
Oh, wow. I know you remember the first letter too.
Yeah. Well, my first letter was in 8th grade from Clarkson University.
Okay.
Who thought I was a senior.
They
were
thought
D3, they're a D3 school.
They
thought I was a senior. And I'm like, man, Clarkson, I wanted to play at Duke, Carolina.
Yeah,
I'm like, you know who, like, come on, bro, what's this?
For sure.
And then again, I didn't grow.
Yeah. That's tough. So what was the deciding factor for you in choosing West Virginia? I mean, I know you got all these schools pretty around the same area, same caliber. Because like, there's not one, like, no offense to any of these schools, but like, there's not one that
sticks out.
School.
No, not at all.
You know what I'm saying?
No, Big East. That was it. It was at the time. It was the best conference by far.
Yeah,
I grew up watching Syracuse on 50 Minutes. Lawrence Moten, John Wallace, Lazarus Sims.
Would you say by far?
It was by far.
Oh, top to bottom. Good teams.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even close back then.
No, it wasn't.
ACC didn't come close to the Big East back in the day.
But they were at the top. They had the top two teams were always good, though.
No.
Duke and Carolina weren't good back then?
UConn? UConn had Ben Gordon, Emeka Okafor, Charlie Villanueva, Marcus Williams.
What year was this?
2003, 2004. I mean, Carmelo was in the Big East.
True.
I mean, it wasn't even close.
Right.
I mean, we can do the Carolina talk and all that. Pitt.
I remember that Ben Gordon.
Yeah, Pitt was number 3 in the country. Carl Krauser, Chevy.
I agree.
Troutman.
Top to bottom, the Big East was probably better.
It was still, I mean, the top was the best. They won the national championship. I mean,
Syracuse did.
If you want to talk about the A-10, I'll give you the ACC. All right. No, Syracuse won the year before.
Yes.
With Melo. And then UConn won my freshman year with Ben and Emeka.
Oh, okay. You're right.
It wasn't even like at the time when the Big East was it.
Yeah.
Even Miami was good. Not saying like Miami's good now, but Miami was in it. Boston College was in it. They had Jared Dudley.
Yeah,
they had Craig Smith.
You're right. Let me shut the hell up.
Yeah, Sean Marshall.
You're right. First of all, who was the Williams dude that Duds played with? Or was it the big that played with Duds?
Oh, 6'10" dude.
I heard he was
the goods.
Monster.
Sean Williams.
I heard he was a monster.
But that was night in, night out. I'm like, oh man, this is kind of wild.
So you played in college. So you just chose West Virginia strictly off. That was your only biggest school.
It was a biggie. Yeah, it was the Big East. I mean, Pitt, but it was John Beilein was Lemoyne. He was from my area.
Yeah.
The style, he had just come from Richmond.
Yeah.
It was a 2-guard offense. I felt at the time I could fit into that, right? Because I mean, if you watch how basketball's played now, it's actually a lot of like, big pops, pitch it, off-screen splits, all that stuff. And then I just felt like I could fit into it. And then, I mean, my dream since I can remember was Big East. Man.
Big East.
Yeah. I wanted to play at the Dome. Like I wanted to, I wanted that.
You took all your officials?
No, took one. Done.
Me too. Took one and done.
Yeah, but you went to Carolina.
No, I took 2. I went to Indiana and Carolina.
I don't even know if I would have had to take it as the Carolina.
You never got recruited by?
Doherty hit me when I was younger, freshman, sophomore.
Really?
Yeah. Again, I never grew.
So he didn't hit
you. Yeah, 8th grade. I was
problem.
I thought I was gonna be JJ Redick, but I wasn't.
So you get to West Virginia. What was your welcome to college moment?
I mean, man, the first game we played James Madison and I played really well. Had like 14-5. I'm like, oh yeah.
It's easy.
I'm with really good. I'm nice.
Yeah.
And then we played at Miami Heat Arena, we played Florida. And they had David Lee.
Uh-huh.
and they beat the dog shit out of us. And I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
I'm like, this different. Like grown men, as a freshman.
Yeah.
And like you're 6'7". I'm 6, like.
Yeah. It's a different type of.
It's a different
type of physicality, confidence.
Yeah.
Knowing where to be. Because like when you're a freshman, you're still trying to figure the shit out.
Yeah.
And play at the same time.
Yeah, and I had a high IQ, so I figured it was like we played 1-3-1. I was on the bottom.
Oh yeah. Everything's in front of you.
Yeah, if I got Ben Gordon in the corner though, right?
Yeah.
And I got Charlie Villanueva on the backside.
Yeah.
And Talik Brown beats him off the dribble. I got Emeka running at me. Like, what's my choice? My choice is I'm gonna get dunked on.
Yeah.
It's just who's gonna do it.
Yeah.
Right?
Pick your poison.
Right. So I mean, like, I think UConn was the biggest, like, oh, whoa.
Yeah.
These dudes are
different.
Like they came off the bench with pros.
Yeah.
Josh Boone was a freshman. Hilton Armstrong, bro. I mean, I was like, I'm Denham Brown.
Y'all
there was like 9 of them.
Y'all got your ass whooped.
What?
Shout out to Prize Picks, the presenting partner of Run Your Race, the daily fantasy sports game.
Head over to prizepicks.com or the app. Prize Picks makes it super easy, and it takes less than 60 seconds to make your entry.
As AJ said, it's very easy. You pick between 2 to 6 players. It's a skill-based fantasy game. You don't play against anyone. You're playing against the Prize Picks projections. It's simple. It's either more or less. Prize Picks also is matching your first $100 deposit. So if you put in $100, they match $100. But if you put in $20, they match $20.
Go to prizepicks.com/race and use code RACE for your first deposit match up to $100.